This K&N air intake system is designed to increase vehicle power and acceleration by reducing restriction in the intake path. This air intake system is not legal for highway use in California or other states adopting California emission standards. Check knfilters.com for up-to-date information on emissions legality for specific parts on specific vehicles and for a list of other CARB adoption states. This air intake system fits 2009 through 2010 Volkswagen Passat and Jetta GLI models in the U.S. with 2.0-liter engines, 2009 through 2011 Volkswagen CC, EOS, and GTI models in the U.S. with 2-liter engines, 2008 through 2011 Audi A3 models in the U.S. with 2.0-liter engines, and other vehicles identified on the K&N website or catalog. K&N power testing showed an estimated power gain of 9 horsepower at 4,853 RPM with this air intake installed on a 2009 Audi A3 with a 2.0-liter engine. Actual results will vary depending on the condition of the vehicle, mileage, weather, and other variables. With the air intake installed, we ran the vehicle on the dyno to test the sound comparison versus the stock intake. The intake kit includes components that have been designed or matched to the needs of these vehicles to produce a safe horsepower increase. Detailed installation instructions are included with this kit. The tools needed for this install are shown. Turn off the ignition and disconnect the negative battery cable. Disconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. On vehicles equipped with an air injection system, release the air injection hose coupler from the upper airbox half. Loosen the 8 screws securing the upper airbox to the lower airbox. Release the spring clamp securing the factory intake hose to the factory intake tube, and then unhook the intake hose. Remove the upper airbox assembly from the vehicle. Release the 3 retaining clips securing the fresh air intake lid, then remove the lid from the vehicle. Disengage the fresh air intake duct from the lower airbox, then remove the duct from the vehicle. Loosen the bolt securing the lower airbox to the vehicle. Lift the airbox up to dislodge it from the mounting grommets, then remove it from the vehicle. Remove the 2 screws which secure the fresh air inlet duct to the core support, then remove the duct from the vehicle. Install the appropriate fresh air scoop for your vehicle onto the heat shield using the provided hardware. Part 074062 will fit VW GLI and GTI models and Audi A3 models, and Part 074063 will fit VW Passat, CC, and EOS models. Install the tube mounting bracket onto the heat shield and secure it with the provided hardware. Cut the provided edge trim into 3 sections. One section should be 30 inches, one section should be 13 inches, and the last section should be 11 inches long. Install the 30-inch length of edge trim onto the heat shield assembly as shown. Then attach the 11-inch length of edge trim onto the heat shield assembly as shown. Push the 13-inch length of edge trim into the hole of the heat shield as shown. Next, install the 2 grommets into the base of the heat shield and attach the heat shield mounting bracket onto the heat shield using the provided hardware. Set the heat shield into position on the airbox mounting studs and secure the mounting bracket with the provided hardware. Install the provided silicone hump hose onto the factory intake tube and secure it with the provided hose clamp. Remove the screws securing the mass air sensor, then remove the mass air sensor from the factory airbox. Reinstall the mass air sensor into the K&N secondary intake tube and secure it with the provided hardware. Install the K&N secondary intake tube into the silicone hose at the factory intake tube and secure it with the provided hose clamp, but do not completely tighten it this time. On vehicles equipped with an air injection system, cut 6 inches off the provided air injection hose. On vehicles equipped with an air injection system, install the provided coupler into the cut piece of air injection hose. Install the air injection hose assembly onto the K&N primary intake tube as shown and secure with the provided hose clamp. On vehicles not equipped with air injection, install the provided cap plug onto the tube and secure with the provided hose clamp. Next, slide the provided silicone hump hose onto the K&N primary intake tube. Then install the primary intake tube into the heat shield. Secure the intake tube with the hose clamps and hardware provided to the mounting bracket. Then connect the air injection hose to the factory air injection hose if equipped. Install the K&N air filter onto the primary intake tube. Adjust the filter for adequate clearance, then tighten all of the hose clamps and tube mounting bracket. Reconnect the mass air sensor electrical connection. Reconnect the vehicle's negative battery cable. Double check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting the vehicle. It will be necessary for all K&N high-flow air intake systems to be checked periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow the above instructions or proper maintenance may void warranty. For more product information, go to knfilters.com. K&N makes products for nearly every vehicle on the road. The K&N website allows you to search products by vehicle or dimension, download installation instructions, view dyno charts showing typical horsepower gains for this product, and view product details. For more information on where to buy K&N products, go to knfilters.com.